Yo, what up, everybody? So, today's episode of You Can't Make This Ish Up, we have some journalists from the Young Turks network, and they have their own host calling them out all the time. Anna Kasparian is always calling the other people that work for their network stupid because they don't do their research and they just kind of report their feelings instead of actually looking at any type of real stuff out there that they can compare their reporting to. These two ignorant journalists, dumbasses, make a whole show being triggered about a whites only community and then going on to say, if we did that, there would be outrage when there already is a blacks only community that's been around for over 4 years. And we haven't heard too much about it lately. I don't even know if it still exists, but this was 4 years ago. That shows how ignorant these so-called journalists from the Young Turks are.
That is the sound of freedom. A lush and rugged expanse about 130 miles south.
Look at the framing from this reporting too. Blacks only, good. Whites only, evil, white, racist, everything wrong in the world.
Atlanta, just shy of 97 acres. It's undeveloped, unincorporated, and it has new owners.
It feels amazing. It feels really amazing. I cry every time I come here.
Renee Walters is one of them. She's president of the Freedom Georgia Initiative. It's a collective of 19 black families who recently bought this land. This dream all started a few weeks ago during Renee's typical morning call with her friend Ashley Scott.
She said, Ashley, did you see the article about Toomsboro for sale?
It turns out that the entire small town was never for sale, just a bundle of a few dozen homes and buildings. So Ashley, a real estate agent, looked for listings in the area and found one for this.
And it was just such a beautiful piece of land. It was affordable, and it just made sense that we could create something that would be amazing for our families.
Why were these two women interested in the prospect of buying a town in the first place?
It really was when we saw what happened with Ahmaud Arbery and George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and the protests. We both have black husbands, we both have black sons, and I was starting to get overwhelmed and have a sense of anxiety when my husband would leave the house to go to work. So watching our people protesting in the streets, while it is important, and I want people to stay out in the streets, bringing attention to the injustices of black people, we needed to create a space and a place where we could be a village again, a tribe again.
So Renee and Ashley
They want to make their own Wakanda.
out to family
Wakanda
and friends,
exists.
and together they bought what they intend to name Freedom, Georgia, a new black city.
We don't intend for it to be exclusively black, but we do intend for it to be pro-black in every way.
Jessica Gordon-Amar
No.
is an economist and an
It's exclusively black.
expert on black collectives.
I found
And you know what's funny? They don't want any small hats there. They don't want any whites there. They don't want any Asians there. Same exact type of rules as that whites only community. Isn't that funny?
tremendous benefits to individuals, families, and the communities that are involved in it, including, the economic stability and prosperity, but also leadership development, social capital development, other kinds of human capital development. And so it's really a win-win for everybody involved to be involved.
The owners hosted the Big Black Campout over Labor Day weekend. Supporters drove in from across the country. The plan is to introduce farming next, create a lake for sustainable fishing, facilities for recreation, and eventually develop a fully operational, expanded city.
By being able to create a community that is thriving, that is safe, that has agriculture and commercial businesses that are supporting one another, and that dollars circulating in our community.
So the people that pay the least amount back to the system think they're going to have enough economic boom to create their own city. Also, it's interesting that they want to live in a safe area when we have consistently seen that the most unsafe areas happen to be majority populated by black people. And when you look at gun statistics and you look at homicide by gun rates, 5 of the top, I don't know how many, are all ran by liberals, and they happen to be a majority or equal in population size to whites. Only one is equal in population. But probably by now, that was like a 2021 stat. By now, it's probably more blacks and whites there. But the 4 out of 5 are predominantly, like overwhelmingly, black populated.
Is our vision, and to be able to pass this land down to my children and to the children that are represented by each of our 19
She doesn't look
families
black.
as a piece of legacy. We're hoping to create legacy.
Okay, so there you have that one. Now let's take a look at the TYT. Now remember, they don't even know that the black families that started their own town exist. They don't even know that.
In Arkansas, we got a whites only town. So here's a look at the founder behind this group.
My name's Eric Orwell. I'm visiting from America with
W.
the Return to the Land
W.
movement. We're inspired by Orania. I'm here, of course, in South Africa, in Orania. It's great. I think what you're doing is extraordinary, and you should realize just how special it is and how important it is. And you're not just leading the way for Afrikaners, you are leading the way for especially European people all around the world, but more at a larger scale, any group who wants to define their own future, you are showing the way. I've learned in the value of dreaming big and thinking big. So we would like to, our community now is kind of rural. So we have 3-acre plots and it's agriculturally based. It's a rural atmosphere. And now I'm seeing these public spaces, these mixed use buildings, commercial, residential, office buildings. And I'm thinking we have to aspire to that same kind of thing. Like Orania right now wants to move from a town to a city. Well, we want to move from a suburb and a rural area to a town, a proper town with the city center.
Those are the words of Eric Orwell. He's the founder of the Return to the Land Association, a far-right group that has formed a tiny whites-only community in the Ozarks of Arkansas as part of a segregationist movement that is quickly gaining popularity online among some conservatives and alt-right supporters. The group is looking to expand its reach from its base in northern Arkansas to an area near Springfield, Missouri. They're looking to spread out these all-white towns. And obviously there's some negative implications with that, but let's continue first.
What's negative about that? What is negative about white people wanting to live in a community that's white? Why can all these other countries be like China, Japan? Why can they be a country for them, but white people aren't allowed to have a country for themselves? Look at Ireland. They are literally importing so many migrants there that the Irish are rioting all the time, attacking the migrant centers because their children are getting diddled by migrants there. Yeah. And these guys are saying, no, white people shouldn't be allowed. White people shouldn't be allowed to do this. Why? I don't care if black people do this. I don't have a problem with any race that wants to do this.
According to RTTL's website, the group is a private membership association that only welcomes individuals with European ancestry who have traditional views.
W.
I wonder, well, real quick, I wonder how deep that really goes because, you know, it's like, how many people have European ancestry? So many. I mean, pretty much all the Latinos, unless you're just strictly indigenous in like Central America or Mexico or South America somewhere. All of them got European ancestry. I mean, pretty much every...
You know, there's like so many DNA testing companies where you can find this out very easily. Like, does this guy even know that exists? This is so low IQ. This is crazy.
That's black in America has some kind of European ancestry, whether it's like they're half or onward generationally, you know. So I think we know it's like if you're not just white, I don't know, it just seems kind of loose. But let's continue. The association's first Ozark community was founded in October of 2023 and spans roughly 160 acres of land in northern Arkansas. Quote, we seek to create a decentralized movement formed of various individuals and societies returning to the land, the website says. Quote, we will promote strong families with common ancestry and raise the next generation in an environment that reflects our traditional values.
Wow, kind of sounds like the same thing the black people were trying to do.
No Jewish people or anyone who adopts non European religions, including Islam, are permitted to live there. Well, Jewish and Islamic people are all over Europe. So again, but racism requires a base level of ignorance and stupidity. So there's that. So if you Islam or Jewish, you cannot live there, as well as people belonging to. Oh, of course, the gays and the trans. Y'all are not allowed either.
Yeah.
Nobody.
How are they going to procreate? How's a gay person going to have children? They want families, bro. Do you understand what that means? Do you understand what that means? I don't think you do. I don't think the concept of a mother and a father with children is foreign to you, it sounds like.
LGBTQ plus community, y'all got to stay out. But we already know they won't. You already know that. An in-depth Sky News report about the community states that so far only 40 people live there. Yeah, well, if you're that strict, it probably won't grow that much.
And you just gave the biggest advertisement among CNN and Sky News that everyone's doing features on this. You've all given them the biggest commercial ever. So now they've already interviewed them and said they've gotten like thousands and thousands of applications.
But applications to join range well into the hundreds. Oh, well, I guess I spoke too soon. Potential members are vetted
Yeah,
in video.
dumbass.
Oh, they vetted.
Idiot.
If you ain't white for real, you can't be here. Families who join are also incentivized to have children. A Give Send Go campaign raises donations for parents of newborns. In May, the RTTL posted an update stating that a family who just had their sixth child was given $1,000. They're currently researching legal protections that might protect them from civil rights and housing discrimination lawsuits and injunctions. Yeah, y'all definitely better get ready for that. The group maintains that because it's a private association.
Why do you want to go somewhere where you're not wanted? I just don't get it. You know what's funny is there's majority black neighborhoods all over the place. White people don't go there because they know they're not wanted. White people don't go walking down Compton and trying to go shopping out there because they know they're not wanted, dummy. Like, why is this so low? This is like very low tier, and I just don't think this guy has the intellectual capacity to even have this argument.
That doesn't sell real estate.
And this guy's on a major YouTube channel.
So let me bring you in real quick, Sharon, because again, like it seems like it would be pretty quick that you could get past the non-European. Like, again, I'm half white, and then how many people are just like, they could be, you wouldn't be able to tell whatsoever. They may just,
bro. Are you kidding me? You don't look white at all, bro. And you would be offended if somebody told you you look white. Your whole image is based on trying to look as black as you can. You literally do not like the fact that you're half white.
One or two generations removed from somebody who's European. So like it's just pretty thick racism to me. What do you think?
What the hell?
Well, it is.
What's wrong with her? Put some eye drops in, dude. What's wrong with your face, bro? Splash some water on your face or something, dude. If you're high right now, like, no wonder you're such an awful journalist. You spend more time getting high than actually researching stories.
Too.
Pathetic.
You know, I remember as a news anchor, you know, they do these crazy stories and sweeps, and they said, well, we're going to do a 23andMe or Ancestry, whatever they did. They maybe swab my cheek or something. And then they surprised me on the airplane Riverdance, talking about you're Irish. Oh,
yeah,
they did.
You're white, clearly,
and I had been, you know, I'm straight out of Wakanda, and I let the audience know it too.
No, you're not. No, you're not. Wakanda wouldn't accept you.
Oh, listen, we all are. There's none of this pure race. Part of me says, well, go on and go isolate yourself somewhere. But, you know, land is valuable and this country belongs to all of us. I got to use these quotes because you never know what they'll do next. And I think that
Well,
this has
who?
got to be
Well, who? The evil white racists? Have you looked at the crime demographics, ma'am?
dealt with. The attorney general I saw, yeah, said, we're not going to stand for this whites only community. Imagine if we did that, or the portion of us that is African American did that. Would
Right.
people, you know what I'm saying? People would be, are you kidding me? For real? So,
The same
on,
people would throw a fuss about
Oh,
it.
they
You
would,
know,
would they?
the exact same
Oh,
people.
they
But
would.
yeah, I mean,
like Tulsa.
You
it,
mean you
and
mean like they wouldn't allow it to happen?
I guess, wear it on your sleeves what you really stand for and what you're really about.
Okay, enough of this guy. He's a retard. There you have it in real time, showing you just how awful these so-called journalists are. Am I a better journalist than these people that are on a YouTube channel with millions of followers? This is insane, dude. I have to leave a comment in their comments telling them how stupid they are. Ah, they already did the first comment. Imagine if we did that. The exact same people would throw a fuss. Would it kill you lazy, racist MFers to do even a minute of research? Black people did the same exact thing in Georgia. Oh my god. Bro, and nobody had a problem. The media reported on it glowingly. Colleges have black-only dorms, black-only graduation ceremonies. Are all of these people ignorant, low IQ bigots as well? Y'all hate whites, but when they try to create their own small communities, you flip out. Quit talking out both sides of your mouth. Very first comment. Bro, let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.